Okay guys, we are moving on to the next part on decimal for our revision on NAPLAN. So we are going through 3.5 to 3.8 today. So the first thing that we need to do is about division of decimal. So how do we go about doing it? So the thing that we need to do is we always got to convert the divisor into a whole number as much as possible. So for example, if I got 3.16 divided by 0.4, so I want to try to change the divisor to a whole number. So in doing so, I move the decimal point to the right. So if I move one time to the right for the divisor, same thing for the other decimal, I have to move 1 point to the right hand side. Okay, so bear that in mind. So I move one decimal point to, yes, I get 31.6 divided by 4. Okay, so from here I can have 31.6 divided by 4. So 31 divided by 4 is actually 7, isn't it? 28. So remainder 3. Align decimal in decimal. 36 divided by 4 is 9. That's how I get 7.9 as the answer. Okay, what about the other one? Let me try. Okay, 0.054 divided by 0.8. So again, I want to change the divisor to a whole number. Okay, if I move it one time, I got to move one time too. That's how I get this, which is 0.54 divided by 8. So again, 0.54 divided by 8. So what did I get? I like decimal in decimal. 5 divided by 8 cannot do anything. 54 divided by 8, you get 6. 48. So 48, you are left with 6. 60 divided by 8, you get 7. You get 56. 56, you get 4. 40 divided by 8, you get 5. So which is 0.0675 as the answer. Right? So that's how you go about dividing decimals. Okay. So moving on to the next part is converting decimal to fraction. So how do we convert decimal into fraction? So first and foremost, let's say 0.4. We know this is actually 4/10, isn't it? So from there you simplify further. Both can be divided by 2. That's how I get 2/5. So 8.24. Again, we know that this is 8 whole, 24 out of 100. So simplify, both can be divided by 4. So that's how I get 6 out of 25. What about 0.375, which we know is 375 over 1,000. And we know that this is actually can be divided by 25, isn't it? 25. Yep. So when you simplify further, you divide by 5. You get 200 here, divide by 5, you get 75, and you can divide by 25, you get 3, get 25, you get 8, you get 3/8 as the answer. That's right. And then moving on, again, rounding off. How do you round off? Okay, quite interesting. We always have to follow the rules. Okay, for example, we want to convert a fraction to convert when you want to have a number, whole number divided by another whole number. Okay, so let's say 35 divided by 9. So we know that it's actually 35 divided by 9. And when you work it out, we know that, okay, this is 3. And this is 27. 27 is actually 7. 70 divided by 9 is actually 5. It's actually 8. Sorry here. So 80 divided by 9 is actually 8, isn't it? So again, remainder 8. You get 8 again. 8 again. It seems like this is a recurring number. That's how we can actually put the answer as 3.8 with a dot as a recurring. Okay, unless they have asked you to round it off to 2 decimal place or 3 decimal place, then you will need to present it otherwise. Okay, looking at the next one. What about 38 divided by 7 now? Okay, so when I have 38 divided by 7, they say you've got to round off to 2 decimal places. Do pay attention, guys. Whenever you need to correct to 2 decimal places, means your working must stop at the 3rd decimal place. Because if you don't, then it's quite difficult for you to determine, okay, what is the correct answer, isn't it? Where to stop. Okay, so do follow what I'm doing now. 38 divided by 7. So again, you have 5, 0, remainder is 3. 30 divided by 7, like decimal, 30 divided by 7 is 4. 28, remainder 2. 20 divided by 7 is 2, and remainder is 6. Okay, remember, correct to 2 decimal, working to 3 decimal places. 60 divided by 7 is 8. Okay, you need to ignore the rest already. Okay, so by right, it is 5.428. So when you round off to 2 decimal places, that's how you get 5.43 as the answer. Okay, got it? Oh, okay, moving on. So do the rest here, and you have to use a calculator to help you to solve the rest of the question. So no easy way out. Okay, I would suggest for you to use an online calculator to solve. And all these questions, like I say, you will need a scientific calculator. For those who have got a scientific calculator, please use it. If not, you can go to Google. In fact, Google itself has a scientific calculator, which is quite easy to use. Okay, so we can go through this in greater details when we have our next lesson. Okay, give it a try. Not difficult at all. Okay, if you have any issue, again, drop me a note on direct message or Teams. Okay, bye bye.